Todd here. We're talking about how to talk about Jesus without being that guy, a book by Sam Chan. Sam gives us evangelism tip here. Lean into disagreement for such a time as this. The gospel is going to necessarily be offensive. It stands against a culture and worldview, and we know that there will be conflict. But when it comes to this, instead of putting it, you against another person, take on the posture that our view is Jesus's view. For some reason, Western culture does not lump Jesus in the same category as the institutional church. Instead, our culture views Jesus himself as some sort of subversive, countercultural hero. Another advantage of our view is Jesus's view is that it places our belief on Jesus. We don't believe what we believe because we prefer it to be true. We believe what we believe because this is what Jesus himself tells us is true. So if my friend asks me to explain how a loving God can send people to hell, I point them to Jesus' parable of the rich man and Lazarus. I ask them to read it with me. Then I ask them to tell me what they like about this story and to tell me what it says about hell. The interesting thing is that in the context of the story, hell makes perfect sense. Of course the rich man should be in hell, while Lazarus should be in heaven. Most of our post-Christian friends would agree. This fits their idea of justice. But more importantly, it shows that what we believe in hell, not because we prefer to believe in hell, but because Jesus teaches us that hell exists. Another way to lean into disagreement is to use stories to answer questions. Give examples, help paint a picture of what their question really looks like. Gently challenge their worldview. Some ways that we can do this would be by asking questions. Questions like, where do you get your views on human rights and dignity? Where do you get your views on human equality? Why do you believe in human freedom? Perhaps for such a time as this can be our motto. We live in interesting times, just like Esther did. Our friends are more skeptical than ever. In much of our Western world, we are now post-Christian, post-church, post-reached, and post-millennial. But these are also exciting times. Jesus promises his followers that one day we will have to speak up for him. What we may think of as threats to our witness are actually God-given opportunities to speak on his behalf. Our evangelism tip for today: lean into disagreement.